Today, you will have a presentation presented to you, and it is entitled Gear Up for High School. Your choices determine your future. I hope that you get a lot out of this presentation and that you find out information that you need. In the coming days, you will be asked to make selections that pertain specifically to your future and your academic future in high school. So please pay attention and please have questions for your CTHEI teacher or your counselor. So in order to go to high school, you must pass your 8th grade math class, pass your 8th grade English class, pass 8th grade social studies, and pass 8th grade science. And you must have an overall average of 70 in all other classes. If you do not do this, you will delay your going to high school and you will attempt to go to summer school at that point. Please do not make this harder on yourself. Make sure that you do not delay your future plans. Additionally, you will have to pass the STAR exam in the 8th grade. The STAR exams that you have to take in the 8th grade are reading, math, science, and social studies. If you do not pass these on each offering that are given, you will still attend summer school. So make sure you take care of your business so that you don't have to slow yourself down from getting to where you want to go, which for all of us, I hope that is to get to high school and get to the 9th grade. One big difference between junior high and high school is that the grade that you are in is not determined by how long you've been on the campus. For instance, if you're a 7th grader and you've been on campus for a year, then you go to 8th grade, but that's not how it works in high school. In high school, you have to have a minimum amount of credit hours. So, for example, to be a 10th grader, you have to have a minimum of 6 credit hours and you must be in your 2nd year of high school. Some terms that we'll throw around. I put some in red so that you will know that I will say those at least once. Foundation plan, performance acknowledgement, credit, unit, hour, those are interchangeable terms. Prerequisite, we'll talk about semester, dual credit, AP/pre-AP, international baccalaureate, and we will talk a little bit about grade point average and why that's important. To gear up for high school, you must make wise course selections. The old adage is measure twice, cut once. By that, it is saying that you need to be very deliberate in what you're picking so that you only have to do it one time. If you're picking classes that is outside of what you need or classes that are outside your interest level, you may not do as well as you could if you picked classes that were wise for you. Not wise for your friends, not wise because you get to hang out with your friends and be in the same class period, but wise for you. You are your hope for your future. It's easier to plan your high school courses if you already know the career path that you're interested in. The CTHEI class is designed to help you discover this. Please take advantage of the opportunity to find out what it is that you want to do before you get to high school. Gearing up for the future means making an informed decision concerning the selection of high school graduation plan. So now we will be talking about foundation high school plans with endorsements. Here is a basic look at a foundation high school plan with endorsements. What you need to know is that to graduate from high school, you need 4 English credits. You need 4 math credits or units. You need 4 science credits. You need 3 social studies credits. You'll need 2 credits for a language other than English, and it has to be the same language. You'll need 1 fine arts credit. You'll need 1 PE credit. And then it says 7 credits for electives. Those will be the classes that you'll take that are within your endorsements. So in all, you need 26 credit hours. Earlier, I mentioned that you need 6 credit hours per year in order to go to the next grade. So it doesn't take a genius to figure out that 4 times 6, 4 years times 6 years, 6 credits per year is 24. That leaves you 2 credits short. You need to take advantage of all of your class periods and make sure that you get everything you need to get a full credit. I'll talk about that a little bit later. There are 5 endorsement pathways. You need to be concerned about 4 of them, the top 4. There is a STEM, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math pathway. There is Business and Industry, Public Services, Arts and Humanities. The 5th, Multidisciplinary Studies, is not an option for incoming 9th grade students. It is only an option for students that are later in their course selection periods, later in their career, high school career, that can take advantage of this endorsement path. STEM endorsement, which includes science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and by this screen also includes computer science. A STEM endorsement plan kind of looks like this. You'll notice that in 9th grade you have English, 10th grade you have English, 11th grade you have English, 12th grade you have English. Like I said earlier, you need 4 Englishes to graduate high school. But if you look at the latter part of this plan, 10th, 11th, 12th grade, you will start to take more of your endorsement classes, more of your electives that are tied to your endorsement. You'll see this a few times as we talk about the other endorsement patterns, but just think about it. The latter half is geared toward what your endorsement is going to be. And once again, this is just a layout that shows basically the setup of classes under those particular departments. And yet again, all the endorsements with math, computer science, science, engineering are laid out on the right side of the screen. Business and industry endorsement takes up the following: agriculture, food, and natural resources, architecture and construction, art, AV tech and communication, business management and administration, finance, hospitality and tourism, information technology, manufacturing, marketing, transportation, distribution, logistics, energy, and English. And English is broken down into the 4 main subtopics, which are advanced broadcast journalism, newspaper, public speaking, and debate. Here's another look at a business and industry endorsement. Just like the one before, notice that you have electives. The bulk of the electives are in the second half of your high school career. 10th grade, 11th, 12th grade. Once again, a breakdown even further of all those particular subcategories of the endorsement. You notice the classes that are underneath each one of those. For instance, if you look over at the far right of the screen and you notice newspaper, so they'll have a class like newspaper 1, 2, and 3. Those, if that is your endorsement, those are the classes that you could take. Public service endorsement is just what it sounds like, public service. For people that are interested in fields like education and training, government and public administration, health science clinical, biomedical science, human services, law, public safety, corrections, and security, and those that are interested in Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, which is held at Ferguson Education Center. Once again, there is no surprise here that the latter part of your high school career is dedicated more so toward the endorsements. Also, keep in mind that throughout the time that you're going to be in high school, you should be interacting with your high school counselor to make sure that you are on track to get all the classes you need to complete and fulfill your foundation plan and your endorsement. Students who are interested in the following programs should lean toward arts and humanities endorsements: social studies, language other than English, fine arts, and English. Under language other than English, students that focus on the same language, or perhaps a student that has Spanish credit coming from Carter Junior High and they want to focus on a second language, or American Sign Language. For those that would like to focus in fine arts, they have art, dance, music, and theater to choose from. Once again, the latter part of your high school career will be primarily for your endorsements. And at any point in time through your high school career that you get a little off track, make sure that you are talking continuously to your counselor to make sure that you're going and doing things that you need to do to graduate. To receive distinguished level of achievement, a student must do the following. First, they must meet the requirements of a foundation high school program with endorsements plus 4 math credits, which includes Algebra 2, 4 science credits. To be eligible for automatic admission at a 4-year university here in the state of Texas, students must be in the top 10% of their graduating class and graduate with a distinguished level of achievement. To get performance acknowledgments, a student must be outstanding in one of the following: in a dual credit course with 12 hours of dual credit, in bilingualism or biliteracy, on an AP test or an IB exam, on the PSAT, which is the 10th grade level PSAT test, the ACT plan, the SAT and ACT or ACT. Those two are college entrance exams. Or for earning a national or internationally recognized business or industry certificate or license. I've mentioned AP, and I've also talked about dual credits in the last few slides. AP and dual credit are different in these ways. In an AP program, the student is allowed to take college level classes and exams, and these classes are taught by high school teachers with a curriculum that was approved by College Board. The students will seek credit through the AP exam score, and then those scores will be honored by the universities in which the student wants to attend, if that university recognizes the AP test. The classes are free of charge. The tests are not free, but they will be supplemented by the district. Textbooks are provided by the district. And one big difference between AP and dual credit is that AP classes are weighted in your GPA. Dual credit, on the other hand, is a little bit different. So dual credit are for students that are taking both high school and college classes while in high school. The credit is awarded to the student if they pass with a C or higher, and they need to keep a C or higher to even stay in the dual credit program. It's taught by college instructors, typically at the college of choice. Uh, then those classes are accepted by other schools as kind of like a transfer from their transcript. And in order to be eligible for dual credit program, you have to be in the 11th or 12th grade. You have to meet certain GPA requirements, and you have to meet the TSI or entrance exam requirements. The cost of the classes have been supplemented by the district. In other words, it's not free, but it is supplemented. Textbooks are provided by the district. But here's another key thing is the college classes are not weighted into your GPA. Fortunately for students in the Arlington Independent School District, we have several routes in which students can gain high school credit and college credit at the same time. One such method is the Arlington Collegiate High School. Arlington Collegiate High School students follow the same graduation plans as traditional high school students. Arlington Collegiate High School students begin taking dual credit courses in their freshman year. Dual credit courses allow students to earn high school and college credit simultaneously. Except upon graduation, ACHS students can earn their high school diploma and their associate's degree at the same time, which is up to 60 college credit hours, and it's free of charge. AISD pays for transportation, tuition, and textbooks. Another early college route is the Arlington College and Career High School. Arlington College and Career High School students follow the same graduation plans as the ACHS and other traditional high schools. The one difference between Arlington CCHS and ACHS is that these students who graduate will graduate with workforce certificates from TCC in a variety of areas, and they'll be ready to go into the workforce right after graduation. So it's kind of like ACHS, except there's an additional rung that they can reach by getting work certificates. The STEM Academy is another opportunity for students to excel here in Arlington ISD. The STEM Academy is a 4-year high school program for students seeking exciting and rigorous courses and careers in science and biomedical, engineering, technology and computer science, and math. These students will take courses with AISD in the 9th and 10th grade, and in the 11th and 12th grade, they'll be taking classes with the University of Texas at Arlington. The STEM program has several benefits, some of which are it prepares those students for STEM careers once they graduate from college. STEM related field trips they take, and they have extracurricular activities that are related to STEM. They also receive professional mentors and internships that would not be possible if they're not in the STEM program. And then they graduate high school with 21 to 32 hours of college credit, and that's majors for their major in college. And one of the main advantages is that they get to enjoy all of the trappings of high school. So they get to participate in sports, fine arts, clubs, organizations, so on and so forth that you'd find at a normal high school campus. The STEM Academy is housed at Martin High School, and like I said, those students get the full range of high school experience while attending college classes and getting their STEM background classes done. The newest of the early college high schools is the Bowie P-Tech. P-Tech stands for Pathways in Technology Early College High School. And this one is focused more toward people in healthcare pathways. It is pretty similar to the STEM Academy. The only difference is those students earn certificates in one of the four health pathways, and they have interview opportunities straight in the industry as soon as they graduate from high school. Much like the STEM Academy, it is housed on a traditional high school campus, which is Bowie High School, and that those students can participate in sports, fine arts, clubs, and organizations just like the STEM Academy students. The International Baccalaureate Diploma Program is a challenging 2-year curriculum which is held in the 11th and 12th grade, which leads to a qualification that is widely recognized by the world's leading universities. Texas State Bill 111 requires state colleges and universities to grant 24 hours of college credit to students who earn the full IB degree, diploma, and meet exam score requirements. Another of the main differences between junior high and high school is block scheduling. So in high school, you'll have A day and B day. A day is broken down between periods 1, 2, 3, and 4, and B day has periods 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well, you're probably wondering what happened to 5 and 6 and 11 and 12. Well, 5 and 6 and 11 and 12 will be at the new, well, it's not so new anymore, but CTC Center where Hutcherson Junior High used to be on the corner of Pioneer and New York. Okay, so 8 days broken down. So you have potentially 6 periods a day of 6 different types of classes. So it should be easier for you to get 6 credit hours that year. Okay, and that's the reason why I specified that if you're just getting the minimum of 6 hours at the end of your senior year, you're still 2 credits short. But with block scheduling, it allows you to be able to get those credit hours that you need. To get your high school diploma, you must also pass the EOC exams or end of course exams in the following courses: English 1 and 2, Algebra 1, which some of you will take in this year, that EOC, US History, which is the 11th grade, and also biology. Here's a slide that shows you how to read a high school course description. I'm not going to get so much into this, but I will let you know that by looking at this, you can tell that this is a geometry course description. But the things that you need to know is the following. If you look at the bottom of this slide, you will see where it says prerequisite. That is the class that you needed to successfully complete before going to geometry. So in this case, Algebra 1. It tells you what grade you should be in order to take this class. Minimum grade is 10th, maximum grade is 12th grade. And then off to the right hand side, you see it says Unit 1. So that means that if you do a full, complete year of geometry, you will have one academic unit. So what is a GPA? Well, GPA stands for grade point average, and it is the main way in which students are differentiated between and among. The GPA is calculated from your final semester grade, meaning half a year, and not the entire year average. For example, a student could have made a 90 in a class for the first semester and then turned around the second semester and got a 50. That averages out to 70 for the year, which means that student passed the entire year, but that's not the way GPA works. That student receives an F for that second semester in which they failed, and that hurts their GPA. The 90 is an A, but this GPA does not count on the entire year. It is just one half of that year. So one thing you also need to take into account that some classes are worth more points in the GPA. In other words, if you are taking a regular class versus a harder honors type class, AP, something to that effect, the GPA scale is a little different, and you'll see that on the next slide. Why is GPA so important? Well, colleges look at your GPA to compare you with other students. Like I said before, that is a differentiation. That is how they determine who they're going to let into their schools. Your GPA is not just you competing against the people that you go to school with, but your GPA is competing against people nationwide because these people will be applying for the same schools that you're applying for, regardless of where they live. And so that is the way that you keep pace and you keep ahead of people is by maintaining a high GPA in high school. So how do they calculate your GPA? Well, there's several things you have to look at. You have to look at the grade that you got in the course, and then you also need to pay attention to the type of course it was, whether it was a regular class or an honors level class. I always tell people that if you can make an A, well, go ahead and make an A plus. If you can make a B, go ahead and make a B plus. And if all you could do is make a C, why not get a C plus? The reason why I say that is this. If you look at the difference between a C minus on this scale, for a regular class that would be 4 points, but a C plus is 6 points. Over a long period of time, as you aggregate the GPA, it makes a huge difference in your overall GPA. So always shoot for the high part of the letter grade. Please remember that any and all high school courses you're taking in junior high will count in your GPA. So, for example, some of you are taking Algebra 1 right now. That is a high school class and it does count in your GPA. Some of you are taking Gateway, and some of you have taken or are taking Spanish. Those are high school level classes. Please do the best you can so that you don't start from behind when you go to high school. Your grades now are important to your future. The most important thing you can do to prepare for the future is to sign up for the right courses, the ones that are right for you, and work hard to pass them. The ninth grade course worksheet is set up that all of the high schools in Arlington, whether you're going to Sam Houston or Arlington High or some other school, they're basically set up the same way. So in the coming days, you will be asked to list your endorsements, and then all students will have a foundation plan, and they will enter all those course selections in Zello, and you'll do that for all of your high school career. Zello is a program that you have to be familiar with for all your high school career. Use the assessments in Zello to help you plan your selection of electives according to your endorsement and your career plans. Work with your CTHEI teachers and parents to begin selection of your courses for ninth grade through Zello. So we've mentioned college a few times. Can you afford college? Well, the state of Texas does what it can to make college affordable, but we know that the cost of college goes up every year. And so you need to be thinking about the ways in which you can help or lower the cost for college for you if that's what you plan on doing going to college. Here are ways to finance college. So, grants and scholarships, those are free. You don't have to pay those back. You really want to do as many or get as many grants and scholarships as possible. So, that means you need to get your grades to be as high as possible. There are plenty of scholarships out there that people don't even claim that aren't necessarily for the best of the best student as far as GPA goes. So make sure that you are participating in things and helping yourself get these grants or these scholarships. Another way is for parental assistance. That means that your parent is paying out of their pocket to send you to school. Many of us don't have that as our primary option, although it is an option. The next one to me has always been the one that is the least desirable, and that's student loans. Student loans are you taking money from the government to pay for school. And like I said before, school prices go up exorbitantly every year. So these loans that have interest rates will accrue, and you will basically be paying that back almost all of your life, at least most of your professional life. So that's the one that you want to do the least of. It doesn't mean that you can't do it. Just saying that that's the one that is the lowest of the priorities. And then there's another one, student employment. That means that you work with the university to work down some of the debt that you will accrue by attending school there. Remember, the choices you, I said it 3 times, make now will help you prepare for the real world and the future. The choices you make. So make sure that you are making wise choices, informed choices. When you don't know an answer, seek that answer out. Talk to your counselors, talk to your parents, talk to mentors, talk to teachers to make sure you're making the wise choice for your future. Prepare today for success tomorrow. Once again, measure twice, cut once. Measure twice and cut one time. Future success does not happen by chance. Successful things don't just fall into your lap. You have to be very strategic in how you get things done. If you follow these steps, you will be successful. Get a vision of your future. Enlist the help of your school counselor. Accept responsibility for your learning. Register for challenging courses. Use mentors and resources to maximize your potential and prepare now to succeed later. I hope that you've enjoyed this presentation, and I wish you good luck in your high school career.